Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Good Game Empire discussion. Today I am joined with my one and only German friend, the Karyo, and we're going to be talking about what is the worst event. So last week, we talked about what was the best event. We went over our picks for 3 different categories. We have A, the sub-events, which is like the smaller ones like the Shady Lady, the Traveling Knights, etc. Then we have the main events, which is the Nomad events, Samurai, Foreign Lord, etc. And the Outer World events, which is the Blade Coast, the Underworld, the Storm Islands, anything that is not in the Green Kingdom. Or not in the main kingdoms at least, because I forgot, you have the Renegade as well, and that's considered a sub-event. Yeah. But anyway, we're going to get right into it today, starting off with a sub-event. I'm going to let Karyo take it off for the first pick. What would you say is the worst
sub-event? For the sub-event, my worst pick would probably be the Equipment Trader, since, if you're not level 70, not a heavy ruby bearer, and you do not plan on buying some like God Commander like the Elementalist, it's just shit. You will never use it, and you shouldn't use it because it is way overpriced, and the tag bag, for example, contains 4 epic equipment items for commanders, which are especially good for attacking. Brother, I can loot that shit in an hour, and I can just save 19,000 rubies. And even if you do plan on buying like the God Commander and that stuff, then it is still not worth it, because those ones have their own specific offers, which you can see here, for example. And that way it is a lot cheaper, so you should never use the Equipment Trader.
Okay, that's a pretty good pick. However, I don't think personally, I don't think an Equipment Trader is really an event. That is a good pick for a sub-event, because a sub-events really can be, I guess, anything. But for me, this is gonna get some controversy. Please don't shoot me, okay? I love all of you, but I'm gonna say the Shady Lady. Like, it's not a bad event, but out of all of them, I definitely say it's not that good. Like, honestly, and when I talk about events, personally for me, I think an event where you attack and you get a reward, and this is what one of those things is. You can't really ever do it, not even when you're a smaller level, it's easy to get away with, but once you hit a higher level, you can't do it, because you're in a big alliance who's friends with another big alliance, who has a pact with a big alliance, who is brothers with another alliance, and if you attack that one, they all try to kill you. It's just way too annoying. It just affects the alliance too much, and you don't get that much money anyway. You get like 100 rubies, and then you get like 10,000 coins. Like, you can get that in a Nomad attack. I don't think the Shady Lady is that good of a event in general, just because it's just so base. It's just, you don't like, when you're a lower level, I guess it's awesome to get that much, but when you're higher level, you're like, I don't need this. I can just get this amount of money from attacking one samurai camp. But that's my pick by far. I'd definitely say Shady Lady. So,
I can definitely see a reason there for picking Shady Lady, because as a higher level player, just like, you can not really attack just like any person at all, and dependent on your server, it might actually be like even worse. So I can definitely see what you said. So now present your pick for the main event, please.
The main event? we all know what it's a berry mod in green. You can't. It's just.
Oh, I'm surprised.
Wow, who would have thought? Let me explain why. The equipment you can get is actually superb and excellent, but the event itself is just. It's dull, boring, and I never do it. Like, and they took it away for a few months because nobody did it, because everyone was just like, this event is trash, and they don't even have it up here on the winter event right now. They have Nomad, War of the Realm, Samurai. Okay, that's funny for me, but yeah, no, it's definitely berry mod in green, because you attack, and it's just you don't really get that many resources, and it's just so boring. It's just like it feels like a Walmart edition of the berry mod in the Outer World, like, it's just so dull, it's just not exciting at all. The rewards are hard to get, and it's just kind of a waste of time, and I think, in my opinion, compared to like the other main events. But what about you? What do you think?
I do agree that it is the worst events, but they had it down because of performance issues. And if you listened to the recent podcast they had, which was actually yesterday, where they talk about what they're going to do in future updates and all of that, which they have been doing since like December, and discuss with players what they want to have improved. And they said that it's going to return soon, because the normal Berrymont is still having a lot of issues, unless they would just remove all the like attack arrows, but then it still wouldn't be all that great. But I think like removing the attack arrows would not bother me, since they're only really in the way and block your fucking vision. They do not help you like at all, really. since you can see the
Yeah.
timing and the time window anyways. So
I thought they took it down because I heard that they took it down because it was so bad. Well, never mind then. I didn't, do they have a podcast? I never knew about this.
yeah, we stream on Twitch every
Bro, hit me.
2 weeks.
Bro, hit me up with this. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, that Very Mild Green is just it's just bad. Anyway, yeah, no. What do you? Yeah, you already went over it.
Yeah, now
So
the Outer World events are next, so you can see right here which one are available to pick. I'm going to pick.
Well, wait. I just want to say one more thing about main events. If I had to be real, I think something that's kind of close to the Berry Mountain Green. I think it's gonna sound a little weird, but let me explain. I really say it's close to being the second worst. The Blood Crow event. Now let me explain why. Because it's just the foreign event. That's all it is. It's not. It's just that's the main reason I pick it, because it's not something new. It's literally just the foreign event with some new colors on, with literally a lighter purple. It's like a maroon instead of like dark purple. But anyway, I just found it kind of a cheap rehash. But that's me. For number 2, I don't know, what would you say?
Okay, I definitely agree on that one, but I noticed that on average, at least I seem to get better castles than Blood Crows, so they could just remove fucking Fallen Lords and leave Blood Crows, in my opinion.
Are you serious? Bro, Foreign Lord is like a classic. What are you talking about right now?
Yeah, but I get better castles, so I don't really
yeah,
care
the better
about
castles, but you know, you can't, that's like if you said, oh, we have the Underworld, let's get rid of the Thorn King. Like, bro, don't even, that's a classic. Thorn King is a
but
classic.
Thorn King and Underworld are 2 different things, you get different rewards. In Blood Crows
true.
and the other thing, the only difference is the decoration the winner gets. That's like the only difference there is.
I feel like they just did that so they could have glory events come around more often and not do the same event.
Yeah,
you know?
so they can do more troops offers and more people buy rubies.
Yeah, probably something like that, you know.
So, you ready to move on to the Outer World events now?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Go on. What would your pick be?
My pick is definitely Storm Islands. So now, like, when you're doing Storm Islands for first or second time, I can still see why it would be a decent event. But the Alliance rewards, like, it's only really worth if you're winning the event, and winning that event is not going to be done by most of the player base, and the Castellan and Commander are not even a 1990, since they're really outdated by now, since it's such an old event, and the scores do not really truly represent an Alliance skill. All they represent is how much aquamarine farming they do, and the only really good thing you can get out of it, out of playing it like 2 or 3 rotations out of it, are the dummy peasants, which I admit they are amazing, but I think them alone do not justify having such bad other rewards overall, like the Castellan and Commander, and just like the XP prices are horrendous as well, not really worth it at all. So yeah, now go on with your pick.
Yeah, let me try to think here. There's...
Let me
do an
try to
honorable...
think. Let's think again. Thinking. I've never done that before.
Okay, sassy frass. We'll do honorable mentions, because I have quite a few, but, yeah, no, I'm sorry, I have to say Storm Islands. Like, I went into the event, I had a 3-episode special on the event that, well, I had to cut off early, because, like, I didn't have enough time to finish it, but, I did get I got the breastplate and the head for the Commander, and it's honestly not that good. Felt like a waste of resources, waste of troops. It's just, unless you're into the event, unless you're winning the event, like Karyo said, it's just a waste of time. And it's so, like, you think, you know, Thorn King is old. I think Storm Islands is older and outdated completely.
No, Thorn King is a lot older. Thorn King is over 4 years old. And
really? I thought it was...
Blake Coast and Thorn Blake Coast, Thorn King's the oldest one, then comes Blake Coast, then Nomads, and I think then Samurai, Thorn Lords, Storm Island.
Really? I thought Storm Islands was way newer. What are you talking about? Really? That's odd. Dude, I remember when Nomads came around, dude. That was so hype. Everyone was freaking out about that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
you know, like back when they still sold like the elite versions of the wolves in ice, like they had like, I think 102 travel speed. They were just like, I'm fast and fuck boy.
Yeah, dude, I remember that. That was awesome, bro. Nostalgia much. Holy crap, it's so... Oh, it's all hitting me back now. Yeah, Storm Islands is outdated by far, though. It's not as old as Thorn. I thought it was. I don't know. It's hard to keep track with when events come out. But yeah, it's outdated. It's just kind of dull. It's not really exciting that much. It's just kind of I feel like it's a waste of resources. You get more resources and better time spent in green than you do in Storm Islands by far. But yeah, that's definitely going to be my pick for Storm Islands. Now... Since we went over what's the worst one, let me have a quick recap. I said, okay, Karyo said Equipment Trader. I said,
Shady Lady.
Shady Lady. You said, we both said Berrymont and Green for the main event.
Surprise.
And we both said Storm Islands for the outer event. But there are some honorable mentions, which I do have to bring up because I feel like it's necessary. For sub-event, an honorable mention, yeah, definitely Equipment Trader. But, you know, there's one of them. I don't know if this is because I don't want to say this is considered an event, and I don't think it really is. But an honorable mention for something that I don't like. It's Plague Doctors. Can we be real? Like,
yeah, they're just fucking waste of rubies, man.
It's such a waste, and they're not even that. You have to buy like 6 of them to actually do it. Oh, I just hate it. I don't like it at all. But yeah, definitely gonna have to say that's an honorable mention. The Mercenary Troops. Those aren't bad. I actually really like the Mercenary Troops.
Yeah, but it's kind of like pussy to use them. I mean, if you compare it, like, you can just send out a normal attack and be a fucking man, like you just did, and like I did, into like actual PvP, and you don't get any honor or any glory when using mercenaries. So yeah.
Yeah, but okay, look, I'm gonna be real though. The level 8 commander that I have right now, I'm looking at, it's a minus 100% wall, minus 100% gate, and an 80 range, 79 melee. That's pretty decent.
Yeah, but the commander I have is actually pretty good. Like before, it used to be able to not send a commander vision. Like back then, they were just like absolute crap. But now with the commander, you could actually do like some like serious PvP against someone who does not have like a Carlos or like defensive Hall of Legends.
Yeah, by far. But yeah, that's an honorable mention. I already said the Blood Crow. I thought was pretty.
It's just a fucking reskin.
It's just a reskin. Yeah, we already reskin. It's just so bad. But okay, I'm gonna have a little bit longer discussion about this, and this is gonna be maybe a little bit controversial for the outer event. But I don't like the Underworld event. I just think it's kind of you know, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I think it's kind of boring. Really, like the only good aspects I say is the strongest troop. Which are those things, but again, those can be bad because they take I think they eat 8 food an hour. Like it's just it's not the best. And then you know the thing you get from it is okay, I suppose, but it's just the PO you get from it is okay. The public order item, that's okay. But yeah, I don't know. I just the Underworld is just it felt like just another rehash of the Thorn King event and the Blade Coast, which is okay, I guess, if you do it well enough. But honestly, when I first played it, I was just like, this is just so like blech, you know. If the only real thing you would go in there for is for the public order item, I guess.
I actually wouldn't even go in for the public order item, so because terracotta soldiers, same value, a lot easier to get.
Oh my lord, yes they are. They're way easier to get, and you can pick up. You get so many coins while raiding for
nomads.
Yeah, the nomads. But yeah, no, the one thing I have to say I like about the Underworld event is that Castillian look you get. Like,
oh yeah, that one's amazing, man. I love.
Yeah, it looks really cool. It looks really super cool.
Because before it, you only used to get it in like Wheel of Fortune Pro mode level 6 and higher, and you could buy it. But now like everyone can get it, which I think is pretty nice.
It's really nice. I bought that on the test server. It was legit bomb. But yeah, I think we went over everything pretty well. If you have anything else to say, Karyo, say it and let me know.
If you didn't subscribe to him yet, then go ahead and do that. And if you have any suggestions for future topics, leave them down in the description below, since I am not really creative, and I don't really think he is all that creative himself.
No, definitely not. But yeah, sorry this video was only about 15 minutes. It's pretty good. But anyway, yeah, no, sorry it wasn't like as long as usual. Really, it was just straight to the point. Really, there wasn't that many. Like the events in Empire aren't bad. There's only a couple like bad ones. But yeah, thanks for listening in for this week's Good Game Empire discussion. Go subscribe to Karyo. Let's get him to 300 subs. You know, that'd be fantastic if we could. But anyway, guys, thanks for listening in, and we will both see you guys next week with the next Good Game Empire discussion.
Yeah. See ya.
Toodaloo.